Alright, so now we're going to solve problem number 7 for our general chemistry solve problem series. And now we're going to solve a problem in which we need to determine the empirical formula of a compound. What is the empirical formula of a compound which contains 60% oxygen and 40% sulfur by mass? Okay, so our required here is to determine the empirical formula. Okay, so as you can see, I already placed here the element oxygen and sulfur according to the periodic table because we are going to need the atomic mass of these elements. Okay, we're going to use these values later on. All right, so let us first determine our given. Okay, our given values. So we know that we have oxygen, which is 60%, and we have sulfur, which is 40%. And these are all percent by mass. All right, so since it is mentioned that this percentage is by mass, so the easiest way to solve this is to have a basis relative to the mass, right? So let us have a basis here. And since we're going to put our basis by mass, so the easiest way is to have our basis with 100 grams of our compound. Okay, so if we have 100 grams of our compound, we're going to calculate for the amount of oxygen and sulfur in our compound. So what will be the mass of oxygen? Since it is 60% of our compound, so we will have 100 grams times 60%, which is 0.6. This will be equal to 60 grams of oxygen. Okay, so let me write this there. Okay, so for sulfur, what's the mass of sulfur? So it is 40% by mass. So we have 100 grams of the compound and 40% of that is sulfur. So we have 40 grams of sulfur. Okay, so the next step is to find the number of moles of our oxygen and sulfur present in our compound for every 100 grams. Okay, so let us calculate the number of moles of our elements. So let us start determining the number of moles of oxygen. Okay, so what's the number of moles of oxygen? So let us use our value here. We know that we have 60 grams of oxygen for every 100 grams of a compound. So we have 60 grams of oxygen. Then here we're going to use our atomic mass, which is 15.999. We're going to round it off for this example to make our calculation easier. Okay, so we're going to use 16. Okay, so we have for every 1 mole of oxygen, we have 16 grams of oxygen. Okay, so our unit, which is grams of oxygen, will be cancelled out. Okay, so we're going to calculate for the value for the number of moles of oxygen by using our calculator. Okay, so we have 60 divided by 16. So we have 3.75 moles of oxygen. Okay, now we're going to find out the number of moles of sulfur. Okay, so we have 40 grams of sulfur. Then we're going to divide that to its atomic weight, which is 32. Okay, I'm going to round this up. So we have 32 grams per mole. So that means for every 1 mole of sulfur, we have 32 grams of sulfur. Okay, so again, our unit for grams of sulfur will be cancelled out. So what's left is the mole of sulfur. So we're going to use our calculator to get the value. So we have 40 divided by 32. So we have 1.25. moles of sulfur. Alright, so if we're going to apply these values, okay, so we know that in our compound we have sulfur and oxygen. So let us have our sulfur here and our oxygen here. Okay, so we have our values here for the number of moles of oxygen and sulfur. So if I'm going to write that here in our symbol, okay, of our elements, for oxygen I have 3.75. And for sulfur, I have 1.25. Well, for sure, you haven't seen any chemical compound in any book having a decimal in our subscript here to denote the number of atoms of every element in a compound. So we have to convert this into a whole number. So what you're going to do is just to divide this by the lowest number of our elements. Okay, so in here we have 1.25 and 3.75. So all you have to do is to divide this to the lowest number, which is 1.25. So if you divide this by 1.25 and also this one by 1.25, of course the answer here will be 1, since this will be cancelled out. And for 3.75 divided by 1.25, okay, so 3.75 divided by 1.25, you will have 3. Okay, so this tells us that for every 1 sulfur, we have 3 oxygen. So that means the empirical formula of our compound is actually sulfur 1, and we don't write the subscript 1, so we have O3. Okay, so this is the empirical formula of our compound SO3, which is letter B, okay, in our choices. Okay, so I hope that you understood this sample problem, and we're going to solve another one in problem number 8. Thank you very much and have a nice day.